Let's start the recording. Yeah, to recap. So last week our concepts. So we are discussing about the client administration, right? Client administration we are discussing. As part of the client administration, we have discussed why client is required, why logical systems are required, and client creation we have discussed. And after that client creation, how to log into the newly created client, how to log into the newly created client, new client. Then after that, suppose you want to transfer the data from one client to another client, not only newly created client, you want to transfer the data to the other clients as well. So we know the procedure, how to perform it, right? Then we discussed about the profiles and local client copies, then a remote client copy. So up to here, and RFC administration. To perform the remote client copy, we required the RFC destinations we required. So then we know how to perform the connectivity between two systems, right? So if you go to the SM59, we know how to perform the connectivity from one system to other systems, other system to one system. That's we discussed. So that's fine, right? So RFC connections we discussed it. So in SM59, we can create the RFC destination from SAP to SAP or from SAP to non-SAP. So from external connections, internal connections, TCP/IP connections, there the types of connections are there in SAP. Those are the RFC connection types, right? So at the same time, remote client copy also we performed. Remote client copy remotely between two cities or between two systems, two clients, performing the client. That's performing the client copy data. So these all things are we discussed. So the one topic which is left in the as part of the client administration, that is called the client export and client import. So same as like remote client copy only, this is the client export and import method. So what it is mean, export and import? One small example, export import means export business, import business. What is mean by export business? Most of you are aware what is mean by export and import. Export import business means, I will take a small example here. Suppose I want to do the export import business from Hyderabad to Bangalore. What I can do in middle, somewhere in middle Hyderabad to Bangalore, we have, suppose like either Anantapur or Kurnool, there is a halfway. So we have Hyderabad to halfway, we have Jagityal. Something is like I want to do the export to the there, right? From there to, from Kurnool to, and again Kurnool to, from Bangalore, they will do the import process, right? Import business, export import business. Most of the times we see the, so we know export import business, right? Most of the people know export and import business. Same thing means it's kind of remote client copy only, similar to remote client copy, but not the remote client copy. So remote client copy means between two systems you have. So you have the source and target. This is the source. This is the source system. This is the target system. Between two systems, you can copy the data, right? Between two systems, you can copy the data, direct transfer. First of all, connectivity you have to establish. Then just if once connectivity established between two systems, then you can transfer the data from this client to, and this client, another client, you can perform the data transfer. Data transfer, you can perform it. Data transfer, you can perform it. That is called the source client to target client, you can perform the data copy, right? That is a source to target data copy we performed it. So that is the remote client copy. Using the SM59, we will establish the connectivity. Then SCC9, we can perform the remote client copy. So that we know, we all are aware of remotely at a time, single transfer directly can initiate the network. So here my export import business is not like that. So in between, this is the OS level OS level file system. OS level file system. Suppose the example ESR SAP trans OS level exam OS level folder. So you are not directly transferring here. Same as like remote client copy. Here you are exporting to the OS level. Then from here to here you are importing to the here. Right? Here to here you are importing to the here. For export you are using the SCCA. For import you are using the SCC7. That is a transaction code for the export and import the data. So sir, why we have to use this one? Can we do direct transfer? Can I directly from Hyderabad to Bangalore, can I give the delivery? So why I need to do the export and import? So most of the customer, this is here, both are same. Both are the aim is for the both remote client copy, the export import method, both the aim, the final destination is delivering the data to target system, delivering the data to your target person. Both the systems are same, but remote client copy is directly you are started here, directly you are only giving to the here, right? So same as like the export import business is you are starting here, finally one more person is giving the delivery here. Suppose you will order the one order from Amazon, right? So that will come from Bangalore or Chennai, that will come Bangalore to here in Hyderabad. So they will export it. They will export to the Hyderabad in Amazon center, export center, they will export it. From there delivery person, they will pick up and they will give the delivery to you. So where it is started in Bangalore, that person will not directly give to you, right? First it will go to the Amazon center, the export person will pick up, then it will give the import to. So why he is doing, sir? Directly he can give to us, right? Yeah, that is also possible. We can give to us. That is also one method. So, but here, especially for the SAP side, so we have some restriction. So here, when you are transferring, suppose it's 700 GB data, fine. 800 GB data, fine. 500 GB data, fine. Network also fine between two systems. So you are probing 1 terabyte data, 1 TB data you are transferring from source to target, you are transferring. In between, your network connectivity is very bad here. Your Bluetooth connectivity or network connectivity is very bad here. Then in this case, what will happen? The connection will broken, client copy will get cancelled, right? Client copy will get cancelled sometimes. Why? Because at a time direct transfer you are doing from here to here, if something has broken, again we need to restart from where it got. So the client copy we can restart it. Suppose it is failed in the 49%, then from 49% to again 100% we can progress it. It won't go back to the 0% to again. Where it got failed, it will start from that much only. But so suppose if the network is very bad here, your network is very bad between two systems, bandwidth is very low. In that case, slowly it will transfer the data. It may take some time. So SAP recommendation, as far as I know, if the data size is more than 1 terabyte, you can go for the export import. You can export to your file system. Then from here to here, you can import to the file system. But I know this is the two-way procedure. Exporting, then we have to wait. Then importing, we have to wait. But here, there is a data secure option. Why? Because we are exporting to the file system. You are importing to the here. Suppose while importing, your data got corrupted. Again, you can pull the data from the OS level. You don't need to go back to the source system again. Then you can pull the data from the OS level. You can import it. Because in the middle you have the data, you can directly import it. So while exporting data is corrupted, then there is no impact on the target system. There is no lock entry on the target system. So, but while doing this one, the client copy got cancelled in middle. While doing this one, while client copy got cancelled in the middle, then again there is a lock in the target system. There is some source system you have to do again multiple activities we have to perform. Again, you need to reinitiate. So there are a lot of activity. But here, while importing, if the client copy got cancelled in the middle, then you don't need to go back to the source system. You can pull the data from the source. So you're in middle, the OS level file system, you can import it. But this is a time consuming process. Why? Because you need to export, then you have to wait, then you have to import, you have to wait. Here, just do the import, then you can go for the break, that copy will be initiated. But this one, you have to do export first, then you have to wait. You have to export first and you have to wait. Then you have to import the system. You have to import the data. That's the export and import. Sir, so which is reliable? So this is the reliable. Why? Because you have the data. In case so data corrupted here in the target, you have the data here. You can simply pull that one. You don't need again source system here. You don't need to impact the source system. You don't need to log into the source system directly. You can import here corrupted. Again, you have to go here. Again, you have to go here, clear the logs, everything. Here, two systems will be useful here. Why? Because when you are doing from here to here, here one busy job will be started. Here one busy job will be started. One connection will be initiated. So both the side there is a usage from here while exporting file system, then importing from file system to here. Export import business. Both the aim is delivering to the here data to the client here. So that is the export and import, client export and import. So how to perform then? So there is a transaction code SCC8. Using the SCC8, so you can do the export here. You can do the export here. Then select the target system, which system you want to go import. So you have to select it, either ECD or NWD. What is the system you want to do? So select that system. Then right, just click on the OK button. So then same, schedule as start immediately. No, schedule as a background job. Yes, you can select it, schedule it. That's it, done. So there are the some core files. Some files will be created. So these files are some request will be created. Our next topic is the transport administration. So when you are exporting, they are the one core files and data files will be created. They are the three files will be the three requests will be generated. One is the SID KO, KT, KX. KO means cross client. In cross client, O is there. You can remember like cross client. KT means text data. KT means data. So KX means text. There is a X. Text is there. X, right? X text data. So KT, transfer. Transfer means data. So right, just you can remember client specific data. So there the three requests will be created. It's a very important, guys. Why I am just highlighting here. In one of the interview point of time, they may ask you sometimes like, when you are doing the export, there are the three requests are generated, right? For the data selection, right? So what are those requests? KO, KT, KX, like that you have to tell. KO means cross client. KT means client specific. KX means client specific text. So they are the data. The whatever the data you are exporting, suppose you are exporting these profiles. The profiles are common. Whatever the data you are exporting here, whatever the data you are exporting to the here, then you can use this profile. Profile is called you can use profile. That data will not directly transfer here. You are exporting that while exporting the data split into the co-files and data files. So co-files and data files. See here, while doing the export, let's go to the where it will go here. USR OS level SAP trans. The trans directory you have co-files. Co-files means so here nothing is there for today's date, right? Today's date nothing is there. So 18. I think yesterday's date we have one file is there. Someone exported, right? Nothing is there. So here when you click on our number is 10, right? 10th number. Our number is the 10th number. It number this series will system will automatically will generate it. You no need to worry about that one. What you have to take here is when you are doing the export, three files will be created. KT, KX, KO. right? These three files will be created, right? Three transport requests will be created. When you just click on the OK button, so that logs we know when you go to the here, so there is a request will be generated here. There is a request will be generated here. So request will be generated with today's date. The request will be generated here. So let's see here. Let's wait. Why? Because that should finish it. That should finish it. So where can we monitor the client copy logs, whether my client copy successfully completed or not? What is the transaction code?
ACC3.
Right, excellent. So it is export, right? Then see here, it is exporting. It is exporting. It is exporting the. It is exporting the data. Right? You can see exporting, processing here, processing, exporting the data, just processing. So which means it is exporting to the your OS level, operating system level, it is exporting. It's not directly transferring, just exporting. It's exporting. So you can, so once it is exported, here data will be created here. Here data will be generated here. So in the OS level, the files will be created here. So that is the data here. That is the data here. Here we can monitor. So here you have the details. Suppose you want to check the logs, you can check the logs here, where it is getting generated, the log file. You can, suppose you want details, you can check the details here. How many number of tables, custom tables, application tables, local tables. So all the details. Still it is not started. So monitor, it is a live monitor, which is means here you can monitor it, all the details here. So how many tables total you can see here. So 9,901 tables. Here, how many are copied here? So nothing, 0 are copied. So let's see. So here it will keep on increasing it. While it is started, it will keep on increasing the tables data and everything. This is the live monitor, just monitor, live monitor. Graphically you can monitor it here. That is the live monitor here. Okay, so that is the processing. It is processing as we selected the ucust, which is means client copy has been message from someone cancelled my message. Someone logged in, I guess. Someone cancelled, something is done. Client copy received from the author. Someone, it is cancelled. Client copy got cancelled. PP could not connect. Someone cancelled, someone terminated. Maybe that is the reason. See, it got cancelled. Got cancelled. So if it is cancelled, so here it is a cancelled. There is no data here. Nothing is generated for today. Files and data files. There is nothing is generated. So something is happened here. So that's the reason. So it got cancelled here. Okay. So suppose let me take it one more export here. Instead of this, I can take users. It's very simple. So maybe I will select here what is the system, which system you are trying to import. Suppose like ECP, then select ECP, then select it, then schedule as a background job. So that will be very fast actually. Because here it is a less table, then 0011 is generated again, 11th number, right? So it's generated 11th number. So it is very fast actually. Let's see whether it will be finished or not. Analyzing, analysis on the system. Again, this is also cancelled. Express client copy was cancelled, received from the author basis. Why it is getting cancelled? So we need to check the, are there any dumps in the system or not? There are the 10 dumps in the system. Uncaught exception. What is this uncaught exception? So in batch, are there any BTC processor free here? We have BTC process here. So all are waiting here. That is fine. BTC processor there. Then what about the background job? Let's see the job. Client export and import. Export finishing. finishing. The job is getting finished. See here, client export, the job is finishing. Other jobs also getting finished here. But why it is getting cancelled here? Are there any system logs in SM21? See here the how we are troubleshooting the issues here. So are there any troubleshooting? Are there any issues here? So time zone cannot be determined. Okay. TP call. Okay, you can see here. So RFC destination error when opening the RFC destination cannot be started. The message TP that cannot be started. See here. So there is a RFC error when opening the RFC destination error, some internal destination error. We need to check what is happening with the our RFC connections. See how we identified the error message here, right? So TP some RFC destinations error here. So what is this RFC destination? Which one is calling here? So the destination is working now. So which destination? There is no clear information. Is it internal destinations? So internal destinations. No, this is also working. You can see we got the response. So we got the response. Okay, why it is failing? Maybe if you go to the STMS, let's see. So okay, the error, we have some error in the, so here, okay, got it, now got it, now got it. So you can see here, so our error when opening the RFC connection. So we discussed about the some GW, the trace SMGW, something wrong with here, the connectivity. Someone put something wrong here in the NWD or something is happened in the system. That's the reason. That's the reason. So we have these issues. That's the reason we have these issues. We need to check what happened here. Are there any? So are there any some connections made here? Go to the expert functions, external security. So what happened here? So here everything is okay. Go to the reg info. So what files it is there here? So here secinfo, reginfo copied actually. 12th they have 12th, I think we are someone configured this reginfo secinfo files. So what is the status of the this reginfo 6 ACL mode? It's 1. Default value 0. So default value 1. 1, 1, no, no, no. So what is the sim mode? Parameters. I'm checking the parameters. What is happening? So 0. So nothing is there. Everything is okay. So why it is referring SMGW, that is asked us to check the SMGW, right? We need to check in the SMGW. External functions, trace file. So which connection it is failing, you can check the gateway trace file. So you can see here, there is a connect to remote gateway pending. So normal gateway, remote gateway, it is pending. So you can see there is a error actually, connection refused. It's unable to connect actually. We see the status of the our target system. See here, client copy you started has been terminated. Okay, we'll see our ECP. We are sending to the ECP, right? So what is the status of the ECP here? Why DDSC not connecting? Anyone changed any passwords? All right. Okay. ECP and WD. Okay. ECP and WD. Okay. SCCH. Oh, okay, okay, okay. What we have, what we have the other clients in the system? Maybe yes, I will take it this way. Okay. So target system, you can choose NWD here. So maybe schedule as a background job. So let's see whether this way. Now 12th generated, 12th number. So it is processing. So let's see, cancelled. We are analyzing the source system. Yes, message from this is client copy you start has been terminated. Okay, this is also terminated. This is also terminated. So exports are not happening here due to some issues in the system. Due to some issues in the system, exports are not happening. So there is a configuration. I think something is happened. Let me delete this configuration actually. So this is the TMS configuration. This is the TMS configuration. So which we will get next topic. Our next topic is the TMS, transport administration. That is the one of the big topic that we have to perform. So as part of this one, we will perform the TMS configuration. So ECP we are connecting, right? Transport route configuration is inconsistency. Why? Because here it is connecting to the target system, ECP. So here in SM59, we have some destinations, right? Which is connected to some TMS destination, which will connect to the our target system. Let's check whether those connections are working or not. And also we have authorization test also working or not. So there is no RFC authorization. So user ID is there, password is there, but authorizations are not there here. So that's the reason it's unable to connect it. So that is fine. And also you can check the other RFC destination also. This is also connecting. Fine. This is also fine. So one more RFC destinations. So this is also fine. So connectivity is okay. The respective connectivity, so that is fine now. So go to STMS, check the routes here. Object duplicate trigger STMS. screen clip is happening here. So something wrong with our SAP. NWD, we have something wrong that we need to fix here. So what's happening with you? So let me take here example our ECP system. Okay. So let's see in the ECP, go to the SCC8, select the profile, select the user, then select the target system. So any system you can select it here. So which system you are going to import. So that target system you need to select, then start immediately. We will start in the dialog mode to see the progress here. First we will start in the dialog mode to see the progress here. So let's see whether this is also getting cancelled or not. So here, so it is in the analysis phase. See here, when the transport request has been created successfully, the data is exported asynchronously by TP program at operating system level. Can take several hours depending upon the data value, depend upon the size, the client size, the data which you are exporting. So it may take some time, several hours it may take. So that's the, so it is displaying here. So let's see here whether this time it will work or not. Because in NWD, if you have issues, I guess. So let's see here. Create a piece list. And is it done? No.
Sir, we can try with NWD to ECP.
Yes, yes, we can. Yeah, we can try. Yeah, I think yes. I think it's created. You can see here with today's date, there is one file created, profile with 19 files created, and the data file also is created. You can see here it's created. So it's created. In NWD only we have the issue. ECP production it is working. See here. So today's date, one file created. So data file and the core files are getting created. Data files and core files are created, right? So it's created. So which means, so export is done. Operating system level export is done. Now we can log into the NWD we selected, right? Then we can choose the import option. We can choose it. Import option, we can choose it in the NWD. Any client, you can log into the any client. So maybe, so just to go to the SCC7, so that, so it will import it. We can do the import option to SCC7. So, but in the NWD, I think we are having some issues. So that's the reason it's not getting imported. It's not getting imported or not getting exported as well. So something is happening here. Today it's completed. So it's remote client copy and SAP local client copy. So exports also it's exported. You can see it's clearly saying that exported data is exported here. So the file name is the KT00019. The file is exported. So, but in NWD we have some issues. Maybe TCT in between. So we have the data. TCT system is currently down, right? That may be the reason. So TCT system is, so this system is not available. In between NWD ECP, we have TCT system that is in the landscape. So might be the reason, that is the one of the problem, I guess. So we can see, we can start the TST and see whether it can be started or not. But I asked you guys to So check why TST is not starting. Anyone checked that one? So here, so again, we'll do in the ECP, we will try today. Now again, ECP, we can select again. So again, ECP system, you can select it. So, okay. So then schedule as a background job. Immediately you can start it. Now this time we'll schedule as a background job. Now request number 20 is generating, right? So just click on OK button, click on OK. Now go to, so once SCC3, you will see the whether the export is fully completed or not, we will see. So it is processing. It is processing now. So once it is processed, then we can log into the another client, we can do the import option. We can do the import option, we can perform it using the SCC7. C7 is for the importing. C8 is for the exporting the data. So C3 is the client copy logs, C4 creation, C5 deletion, right? C9 is for the remote, CL is for the local client copy. At least, so they may ask you transaction codes sometimes. Transaction codes, you need to remember the transaction codes. At least you need to remember the transaction codes. We have something like someone created, right? 108 or something. No, not enough. So log into the one client, any one of the client was like 111, maybe DDSC if you have the user already. Then, so yes, we are there. Then SCC7, so it's not imported. It's not exported. Where is this? Okay. SCC8 for the export. So client copy is still active, is currently active. Still active this one. So we'll wait for some time. Then we can import it. Okay. So exports, still it is processing. So it's exported, it's done. Just now it's completed. So exported 20. We'll go to the here. Then we will go to SCC7. So it's not generated. Client has been not generated by the data import. So which means, so here I made one setting here. Client copy with protection level. No restriction. INR does not exist. Triple one. No protection, allowed. So suppose, see here, client copy, data comparison tails. If you put no overwriting or no external availability, if you put no restriction, the data will be imported to the here. If you put something wrong here, you cannot import the data here. So that's the main aim here. So now let's export it again. Let's export it to the again. Let's export it to the again. SCC8. Then select the system. Then normally there is a client will come. Sorry, NWD we selected again. Select the system. Schedule as a background job immediately. 21 generated. Yeah, let's see this time. Because we changed the client settings to no external nothing, right? No restriction, which means any data you can import, client copy data you can import to the ECP system. That is the restriction we put. So now we change it now. So now let's see, once that is done, when you go to the SCC7, then that will say, so this is a request you want to import, then we can import the system. So OS level, when you go to the OS level, whether it is exported or not, when you go to the folder, there is a files will be created 19, 20, 21, 22, that files which are dated today, which means it got exported successfully. Only import is not happening because of, so we put like settings like no, nothing is allowed, something like that. We put the settings. That's the reason selling. Especially for the NWD, something wrong in the NWD system. There's a lot of dumps are generating in the NWD system. You can see today some lot of uncaught exceptions are generating. The real time also same as like will generate. So what is this condition? Is it program error or something? What is that? That you have to fix it. You have to tell me. Okay, just check this dumps. So where is our client? Is it? So still active. Client copy run is still active. You can see in SCC3. Yeah, still processing. If you want to cancel, same cancel. Same things actually, same profile, same thing. Only thing is the way you are doing, either the within the system or outside of the system, or you want to use the export import functionality. So that is the difference. Either you can use any way, either export import or whatever you want to use it, you can use it. That is only thing. The main aim is transferring the data to the client. That is the main aim here, transferring the data to the client. So that is the main thing here. Still active. Client copy run is currently active. Information. You cannot perform the another client copy. The client copy is already being performed in this client. So wait until the current client copy operation is completed. See here, text information. So which is saying that already export is running. Don't so do anything like that. It is telling. Okay. So let's wait. I think it's exported, I guess. SCC7. Okay. Now see current system client copy name. So it is exported, imported. So you can use the SCC7 for importing the data. SCC7. Then so when you do to the SCC7, whatever the system selected, the export system, whatever the export timelines, whatever the profile you selected, whatever the request is connected, automatically it will come. Automatically it will come. So then just click on the schedule as a background job. So take immediately schedule as a job. Then that will be imported again. That will be imported. Then we can monitor the import log, same SCC3. All the client copy related logs we can monitor from. So SCC7, SCC3 we can monitor it. SCC7 we can monitor it. TP stats, something is error here. It's not getting imported. So something is wrong here. That's the reason. So we are not getting imported anything here. Okay. So this is the way we have to export and we have to import the systems. I think we may have to restart the systems once. Okay. Will you guys do the restart, right? You know, restart procedure, stop and start. You know, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You can perform the restart and try to import that one. You try, so it will work. But thing is, so you should know, right? Now export import procedure, how to do the export and how to do the import. While exporting, there the files will be created. Then same file will be available here to import it. Here source system you have to log in, do the export. Target system you have to log in and do the import. That's the main thing here. So both the remote client copy, export import, the procedure is same, but only the difference is, so here this is the two-way method. They may ask you questions during the interview point of time. They may ask you questions like, so what is the difference between the remote client copy, export import? They will ask you. Remote client copy is direct transfer. What about the export import is, first we need to export, then we need to import. Two-way mechanism, two procedure. So which is the more reliable, secure method? Export import. Why? In the remote client copy, if the data size is more than 2 terabyte, 3 terabyte, it may take longer time, and also if something happens, it will get cancelled in middle. But export import, the export get cancelled, you can just directly pull it. There is no impact on the target system. Import get cancelled, you can take it from here. There is no import on the source system. So that's the advantage here. Okay. So which method you follow? Which method you prefer? You say if the data size is more than 1 terabyte, I can go for the export import. Then below, I can take the remote client copy. Okay. You can choose both, but only thing is that depends upon the database size of the data. You can choose that one. Okay. So you practice all the client copy related things today, and tomorrow we'll go for the one new topic. Daily monitoring transaction codes are there. Those we will discuss. But you please practice this client copy related things here today. All these things. Okay. So tomorrow we'll go with the next one. So now what you have to do, you need to restart the system first. Do the restart. All the systems you do the restart. Just while doing the restart, it will ask the password. Here, restart can be performed using the SID ADM. Suppose you are doing the NWD ADM, then you need to use the NWD. Then the password you have to use it, right? So that is the password you have to use. Otherwise, you will get the unauthorized error. Restarts.
Same common password, sir.
Yeah, common password. Common password.